Hi guys, and welcome to the Chroma side of YouTube. What in the world are we doing today? Well, I will tell you, we are working on Geode coasters. My gorgeous boyfriend decided to get me these beautiful molds for Christmas, and I just could not even stop and wait to do this project. I have a little bit of leftover resin from years back. I think it was like last year I bought this resin from East Coast Resin off of Amazon, and it is a 1-to-1 ratio. They were an 8-ounce set. It has yellowed a little bit, but I don't think that has anything to do with the resin. I'm not 100% sure, but why not use it to get the hang of doing these things. Here's a list of what I'm using while I'm mixing up my colors and everything in this video, and then I will give you the gist of what I'm doing. So the things that you see in the middle is a Ashland coursed stone granules. It's basically that really chunky sand that you see at Michael's to fill vases with, and it has like a little shimmer to it, so I thought it would be really pretty in these geodes. The second thing that I am using is, and these are not in order by the way, y'all, golden fluid acrylic in quinacridone nickel azo gold. I love that reddish brown terracotta hue. It's like one of my most favorite colors. It's like cracked to me. I love it. I am using Recollections glitter in espresso and chestnut. I'm gonna mix the two together and get a dark color, but with a little light flakes of color in there. I'm using Pearl-X mixed with a little bit of Finnabair, which are artist pigments, and I'm using micro pearl and pearl in these colors. I want a nice white, but I want it to be iridescent. I'm using Recollections chunky vintage gold glitter. It's like chunks of little bitty glass pieces. I love this glitter. Can't wait to buy more. Super awesome. And my last color that I'm using in my geodes is Ranger alcohol ink in gold. It is a mixative. You do have to shake the bottle before you use it, but it works perfectly fine in resin. So let's see, where am I at in this video? Oh, it looks like I tried to get through that list as quickly as possible, but it looks like I'm adding my glitter into the resin, and you'll see that this is my very first time trying this and that I have no idea. I'm learning as I go, and that I will have to add more glitter to the resin because I didn't add enough, but I am currently trying my best to do this. I'm gonna leave it to you, and I'll pop in and out and give you a description of what I'm doing, but here we go. Alright guys, in this portion of the video I am actually adding my Recollections chunky glitter, the vintage gold. I wanted a little more shine, a little more pop in the middle of these geodes, and later on you'll see that it all sank to the bottom, which I'm really hoping and praying the bottom side of these geodes look just as pretty as the top part, and if not prettier. I really hope that comes out the way I intended it, but for right now I'm very happy with them. So let's get back to the show. So in this portion, I'm really happy with how this is coming out. The nickel azo gold is a transparent color, coupled with that gold, gorgeous. However, when I went to add that glitter in, oh my goodness gracious, I poured so much in the first 3 molds that I ran out for the 4th one. And the dark glitter just kind of took over all of the hard work that I had just done. So that, my friends, is a really great learning curve. So right now what I'm doing is scraping the cup, trying to get as much of that glitter out that I could. Then the next mishap happened. I took my clear cup of clear clear resin that I had set aside to just in case, and I added way too much glitter to it. So I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? I need to add more glitter to the other ones so they all match. So then I start dumping glitter on top of the other ones, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm freaking out. How am I gonna salvage this? And I'm looking at my molds, and they're not even full of resin yet, but they've got so much color and stuff going on. I'm like, okay, dump white on, and then a little more nickel azo gold in the middle. And this is where I lost all that pretty sand and gold in the middle. Well, let's keep watching and see how this turns out, because quite frankly, I'm amazed. So if you notice, I am paying a lot of attention to this mold down here on the right. And that is because there is not enough resin in that. There's not even close to as much resin that are in the other three. So I'm trying to add more to that one. And honestly, now looking at them in hindsight, that one might be my favorite. So what did I learn from this? Take your time, don't pour so much at the beginning, and add more details. I'll show you at the end which one that one is, and I'll also give you a peek at all the other ones. This is about 4 or 5 hours after I've poured them. So keeping that in mind, I did not have as much resin as I should have to fill these molds. They are all currently at different heights in the molds. I'm okay with that. I think that there is no geode or a gate that are the same. There will never be the same in nature. They won't ever be identical. So to me, that's okay. Next time, I will definitely make sure I have enough resin so I can do this the proper way. I am so excited to continue doing these projects. Oh, and I'm adding a little extra bling right here. I love this chunky glitter. It is amazing. This is the chunky one by Recollections. I buy it at Michael's. I totally recommend it. Anyway, let me get you guys back to watching the video, and I'll be back to show you guys what we did. So here's a close-up of our geodes, and just so happy with these. I mean, they turned out beautiful. I have to tell you, I'm really excited with how the colors intermingled with each other. Some came up, some went down. The glitter gold chunks kind of floated a little bit and sank a little bit in there, and I couldn't be happier. They really do look like geodes. And when I get done embellishing them, they will look even more like geodes. I know that the resin doesn't go all the way up to the top of the molds. I'm thinking I'm going to pour a clear coat in there and fill these molds completely so that they are all even and they match each other. And I might even put a little metallic some in there, maybe gold leaf or some more chunky glitter. I don't know yet, but I'm really, really happy with these. I can't wait to embellish them. Now, I did have a mishap just a minute ago when I was cleaning my station, and let me show you what that was. I took my Pearl X powder and picked it up and accidentally dropped it into my mold, and I about freaked out. So I grabbed my 91 isopropyl alcohol and I took it and spritzed it a little bit on my fingers, and then I rubbed my fingers a little bit on the mold, and it did in fact smooth out that resin. If you can see here, it smoothed out. It doesn't look horrible, and to me it kind of looks like the resin is doing its job and self-leveling. So maybe I can get away with this little oopsie and no one will ever know. I hope you guys were inspired by this project. I can't wait to do another one. And what did I learn here today? Always have isopropyl alcohol with you at all times. Anyway, please leave comments below and tell me if you like what we've done here today, and also if you think that you will try this again and what color combinations you'd like to see. As always, I hope you had fun today, and please be inspired.